drive settings. But that's how I used to change the driving mode before the new Tesla update. And that's how I do it now. Quick tip for driving and adapting to the speed change. Most convenient one is you keep holding your right stalk down. So as we all know, Tesla is very famous for bringing the over-the-air updates, and that too fairly quickly. And that contributes to us having a better driving experience. Like the new car feeling never goes off with Teslas, because there's a lot of things that keep on changing, and new update that we just got has a couple of features which made us feel that again. One of the best features which I find in this update is if you keep holding the scroll wheel on your left, you get an option to actually control a lot of things from your car menu. And as you can see on the right bottom of the screen, that's all the options that you get. And the best one I've found among this is the acceleration mode switch, because whenever I'm driving alone, I prefer to drive it on standard. But if I'm feeling like chilling, then I can even drive on chill, but I don't have to touch the screen for that anymore. That's just superb. These are the release notes for this update. And as you can see, one of the features that it had was point of interest. That's another cool one. What that does is, when you click on the map on any of the destinations, it actually shows you the reviews, and if it does have photos, it shows you photos of that. So you can actually see a lot of things before you actually go to that place. And the best feature about that is it actually shows you the operating hours and navigation system. Now it's more integrated with how we are used to using the Apple Maps, where you actually see what time the place is closing, how are the reviews, and you can actually read through and scroll through the reviews to see if you actually visit that one or you want to change the destination to something else. For example, let's say we want to go here. It shows you all the reviews, and as you can see, it says open 24/7. The fact that you can do it without the premium connectivity, it's even better. The other update is the text size change. Now you can make the text of the menus bigger, which I don't prefer because I'm quite used to the layout. But it's good to know that if you want to have a bigger options and easy to see menu, you have an option to do it now. Other cool feature is the controls search. If you are new to Tesla or you do not know how to change settings, you can actually go into the menu, and as you can see on the top left, there's a search option now which you can use. Although it seems like a basic feature which should have been there in Teslas, but now you can control your phone calls when you are connected to the Tesla. Now you don't have to use the screen to pick up the call, mute the call, or even disconnect the call. You can do it all via the scroll wheels. And this feature, as I discussed, is one of the most useful features. You don't have to touch the screen or get distracted while actually can just keep holding your scroll wheel on the left and it shows you the menu. And there's a lot of options, including you want to change the fan speed, you want to change temperature, brightness of the screen. But I use it for changing the acceleration mode most of the times. And the best part is, like, once you use something, the next time you press it, it's still in the same menu. You don't have to actually navigate again to the same thing if you're using it quite frequently. So that's good. The next feature on the list is gear chimes. I have mixed feelings about it because I don't like the bings and bongs that Tesla or any other car does. But this one seems to be a bit more inclined towards the safety. Because earlier, whenever the gear changed, you have to look over the screen or you need to know that you've changed the gear. But now, whenever you change a gear, Tesla makes a chime which gives you a notification that you have successfully changed the gear. And last but not the least, Tesla have added British English now as the voice command language. I'm pretty sure they would be adding many more languages to the voice commands, but unfortunately Tesla's voice commands is not smart enough yet. It doesn't actually do a lot of stuff which, being how smart the Tesla cars are, it should be able to do. For example, you should be able to say lock all windows. So as you see, the Tesla voice command, although it recognizes what I'm saying, but doesn't actually do, and there's not a lot you can do with the voice commands. And finally, we have speed assist with our Tesla cameras. So earlier, all the speeding data was actually getting fetched from the GPS location, but now the car is actually using the cameras to sense the speed limits. It's not perfect yet because there's a lot to be refined, and I'm sure that's going to happen in a lot of update that Tesla does, but it's still good to have, because earlier, if there was a construction zone or anything like that, the car still thinks that you should be driving on 100 kilometers an hour, where the actual speed was way less. So this is a welcome feature nonetheless. And this is one of the instances where the car actually picks up the speed limit, which is not actually the speed limit of this road. That's 90, but it picked up 60 from the sign which we just saw earlier. And that was not for this street or this road, it was for the road which is right parallel to us. So it's not perfect yet, as I was saying, but I'm more than happy that we actually have this data now, and we can use cameras to make driving smarter, and it should detect the 90 sign which is coming ahead, and it did. And that's it for this video, and let me know in the comments if you want me to make videos on any other particular topic that you want to know about, including maybe what voice commands I use, or what's the best voice commands I've found yet. And before we go, I'll give you a quick tip for actually driving and adapting to the speed change. So let's say you're driving on a 90 zone and your cruise is set to 70. Usually what we can do to match the speed limit of the road is by clicking on the screen, but that's way more distracting than actually having to increase it via the scroll wheels. You can actually use the scroll wheels to control the speed of the car. And I didn't know about the third one, which is the most convenient. So the most convenient one is you keep holding your right stop down, and it actually picks up and matches the speed limit of the road. And it's silent, it's non-intrusive, and this is a feature which I didn't know even while owning the car for over a year. So thanks again for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.